The third regular season of the Legacy Leagues is in the books, and not one undefeated team this time, which we had the first 2 years, but two. Exciting stuff, smile, look alive. Week 10, Tuesday night, postgame show presented by Sports the Passing League. Not my favorite passing league right now,
ironically,
but a pretty good passing league nonetheless. Week 10, the makeups are in the books. The stats can be found under Week 2. For those of you that haven't found them yet, they are under Week 2 on the schedule page. The matchups are set. We'll get to those in a second. Let's quickly go through the games from tonight. We'll start with that darn passing league. Sportslook beat TMC by 11 tonight. Pressure defense got to him. TMC with only 5 guys. So now, Sportslook, break a little news here, is a 12 seed because of the tiebreaker with Stranger Danger, who's a 13. What do you think in the 12-5 matchup did you see from Sportslook that they can take into the playoffs?
Yeah, I like that pressure defense that you said before. They don't really have ball handlers, so why not be able to turn someone over and get some quick baskets out of it? Obviously, it kind of helped them out more that you only have 5 players, but I think that they're pretty good at pressing. They have the athletes to do it, so if you don't have the ball handlers to take it up on offense, why not get some quick buckets off the turnovers?
I want to get to some playoff stuff. Anything quick?
Tyrell Holmes is the catalyst for Sportslook. Yeah,
that's it. Tyrell Holmes. Because I do want to get to the matchups, I want to look ahead a little bit, so we'll keep these short. Renegades and Lob, the West Haven rivalry renewed. Say that 3 times fast. Lob won again.
Yeah, I don't know that we thought it was going to be as close of a game as we did. Lob 203, they got the win last night against a completed, struggling TMC team going into the playoffs. I'm sorry. Yes, Lob 203 had a lot of positives to take away. Andrew Serpietro and Paul Marmina both had good games. They did a lot well on the offensive end. The only thing is they're going to need to get a little tighter on the defensive side of the ball.
So I'm going to backtrack quickly. Sportslook at 12. Run TMC got the 7 seed. Now, Renegades and Lob will actually face off again next week in the 8-9 matchup.
Oh, wow.
So we'll break a little news there. Now the 2 undefeated teams will start with Carmine and the Temptations, his team, against, well, almost lost it there, No Limit. And they came up short against No Limit, 86-64. Temptations were actually 10 points away from falling another spot in the standings. They come in at 4, and they'll take on Stranger Danger next week. But what did you see against a high-powered No Limit team that looked to be clicking on all cylinders?
I liked what I saw on the defensive end from No Limit today. They actually looked like they were ready to come and play defensively. They mixed up the defense on Carmine. They had Terrell on him at the start with length and size, and then they put Kevin Rivera on him to mix up with the quickness. And I just thought they were ready for the playoffs. They thought this was going to be a game they had to come with all their force, and I liked what I saw.
Absolutely face guarding Carmine. He wasn't able to do much. In the first half, he wasn't even the one bringing up the ball most of the time. It was other players. And that they also had a big height advantage against Temptations. Temptations kept trying to drive to the basket, and it just never worked. No inside shots were able to be made.
That length of No Limit, from what I saw, bothered him a little bit. The other undefeated team I mentioned, there are 2. We'll get to that tiebreaker. But Serial Killers, I heard, were down early to Goon Squad. Were able to come back. Yeah, game of the night, which that's game of the week was the Temptation. So it's funny, right?
Yeah.
But Serial Killers, 82-74 over Goon Squad. Serial Killers finish as the 1 seed. Goon Squad comes in at the 10. They'll take on Run TMC in the 7-10 matchup. But Serial Killers, Goon Squad, how was Goon able to get that lead? And then what happened that allowed them to lose it?
Well, just like last night, Brandon Massaro went off, the main team facilitator for Goon Squad. He and Marconi definitely had a solid game, but it was the Mike Davis show. He went off for 40 points.
Mike Davis absolutely willed the team tonight. I mean, it was unbelievable.
So, you can look ahead a little bit now. 2 9-0 teams. Serial Killers and No Limit at 1 and 2. Serial Killers have that tiebreaker by nearly 60 points. So that means they're the 1 seed. They'll take on Light It Up, the 16 seed next week. All these dates and times will be announced Wednesday once we actually figure them out. No Limit, the 2 seed, will take on White Magic, the 15 seed, who lost a tiebreaker to the Avengers, the 14. The Avengers will get redemption because the Temptations fell tonight. Redemption gets to creep up into that 3 seed. Of those first 3, any trouble there for the top seeds, you think? We'll keep it moving. Temptations come in at 4. As I mentioned earlier, they'll take on Stranger Danger, who is the 13 because of a tiebreaker. They lost with Sportslook, having the same record. They lost head-to-head. Yeah, easy stuff, right? We're just rolling through this. Sportslook, the 12, will take on the 5 seed Monstars. who are 6-3. We have 3 6-3 teams. Temptations Monstars, think we're good? So now the fun stuff comes, right?
Oh yeah. I could see a 12-5 upset there. Just the way they're playing.
We'll have plenty of previews. Hopefully we'll do some video stuff Wednesday, previewing all these matchups. The last couple, Firm the 6 at the lone 5-4 team. They'll take on the Rookies, one of the 4-5 teams who were all bunched in there from 7 to 11.
That could be an interesting game.
So Firm and Rookies are the 6-11. As I mentioned earlier, TMC Goon comes in at 7 and 10 respectively, and Lob Renegades at 8 and 9. So which one of those matchups are you guys kind of most looking forward to, or maybe an early upset pick, you think?
I feel like a lot of people are going to talk about Goo and TMC, but I would like to see the Rookies Firm game, to be honest with you. No one's really talking about the Rookies or the Firm. They had the week off, obviously they finished, but it's going to be a nice matchup of a team like the Rookies that likes to slow it down, play half court, shoot from the outside, where the Firm like to get out and run and play above the rim and get to the basket. I would like to see the dichotomy of offense there.
That's word. Any matchup for you?
I think the Lob game is going to be a good one. You know, they've been on a little bit of a streak, so I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, I would say the same. I mean,
Lob Renegades 8-9.
Yeah, Tyree definitely had a tough game fouling out today, so he's going to want revenge.
I'm very interested to see. I mean, they come right back and play the same team 6 or 7 days later. That'll be interesting.
I'm curious about your game after how you guys are going to respond next week after 2 bad losses this week.
Want to do speaking of word of the day, 3-word game. 3-word game about the playoffs. Anybody? My favorite segment. This is
Lack
going
of
well.
performance.
Oh wow, that's like a shot. That hurt.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, will be fun. I mean, we can end it on that if you want. Will be fun. Yeah, stay tuned to the site for that. That was terrible. We're never doing that again. Yes, we are. The 3-word game. Standings are set. Playoffs are here. Some good matchups. Stay tuned for previews. We'll have our top 5 plays of the week as usual. And next Monday and Tuesday, the first round will be Monday and Tuesday. Quarterfinals will be Monday, April 10th. All Monday. Teams that win will then play Tuesday. All-Star stuff will be Monday the 17th. The finals on the 18th. Tune in tomorrow, Facebook Live, so it'll be Wednesday today when you're seeing this. Tune in today, 8:30 p.m. for the All-Star Draft. We'll be announcing the All-Stars. Our 2 captains will be there, and you'll get to hear some analysis on the teams from these guys again. But yeah, playoffs begin next week. So 3rd season in the books, 3rd playoffs about to be underway, and we'll have a new champion. So stay tuned.